mira, bobo. Anda para allá, bobo.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to the Sofo Soccer Channel. My name is Matt, your host as always, and Inter Miami will be traveling to Houston and Texas to play the Houston Dynamo in their first away match of the 2025 season. That's to make sure my audio is correct. Welcome back to another preview episode here on the channel. And sorry for the late notice on the live. I literally had no idea when I was going to go live today. It could have been at 9. It could have been at 7. Because I had got home from work, I had to eat, I had to relax for a little bit, and I had to just put everything together. But we're here 8 o'clock on the dot, almost essentially, and we're here to talk about Inter Miami. We have honestly a couple of headliners that we have to talk about for this upcoming game. Probably the main one coming out earlier today, which I'm glad that I do these previews the day before a game, because I feel like there's always something that comes up either the day before the game or like the night before the game. Like something always big happens. But I feel like this isn't something that isn't too crazy. But before we get into it, let's say hi to everybody in the chat. What's up, Circus? What's up, Gustavo? What's up, Soccer Daddy? What's up, Monkey Man? I appreciate you guys for being here so early on into the stream. We appreciate you guys greatly. I can't wait to talk about this game, and I can't wait to see Inter Miami back in action. But let's talk about the first talking point of this episode. And it's the biggest talking point, honestly. And I think you guys know what I'm going to say. And that is Lionel Messi will not be traveling to Houston. He's going to sit out. He's staying home. He is not injured, apparently. He is supposedly, allegedly not injured, according to sources, according to Inter Miami. But instead that he will be sitting out because they want to rest him, right? And let's talk about it. This makes a lot of sense, right? So if I didn't pull this up, but I'll pull this up while I talk. This makes a lot of sense, right? Because when you look at the calendar that we have this month, it's ridiculous. The amount of games that we have this month in just a short span of time. I'm going to go to my channel because I did post it on my, I did post it in the community tab here. I just found it. It's genuinely like, it just makes a lot of sense. It just makes a lot of sense that Messi would sit out for a game like this. So let's pull this up. Let's see if I can actually. Okay, that's not how we want it, but here, let's do like this. Like that. Right? Let's do it like this. So literally, this is what it looks like. This is what our schedule looks like. We have Houston tomorrow. On the 6th, we play the CONCACAF Champions Cup against Cavalier in Jamaica. Then 3 days later, we play Charlotte at home. Then 4 days later, we play the second leg in the CONCACAF Champions Cup. And then 3 days later, we play Atlanta away. That's a lot of traveling, guys. That's a lot of games, a lot of traveling back and forth. And it's understandable as to why Messi is going to be sitting out in this game. And this is not something that I feel like should be surprising. And I don't think this is the last time we're going to see something like this happen. For some reason, I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I feel like, I don't know, like, how am I going to word this? Let me just say this. Throughout the entire season, and I think we've talked about this before on the channel, because I feel like I've definitely talked about this before. There's no way. But I feel like Messi's going to be missing quite a bit of the games. Like, he's going to miss a handful of games or so, because of the fact that there's just so many games in the season. We're in so many competitions. And the fact that the regular season in MLS essentially doesn't matter. Like, why are we going to risk playing Messi in every single game if at the end of the day, nothing, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, it's just the seeding that really matters. So the higher seed that you're placed, you'll have home advantage. You'll be playing against lower seeded teams, which I guess is an advantage. But at the same time, it's like, it's MLS. Like the competition is essentially equal. So it's like you can be knocked out by an 8-seeded team, like, regardless. Anyway, which is what happened to us last year. So I'm glad that he's getting rest. I understand why he's getting rest. And I'm honestly very, very happy with this decision. Now, like, the other side of things, it's like, well, what if we lose now? What if we lose this game and Messi doesn't play? Then we're just gonna then it's gonna just be a whole repeat of what happened last year, right? Like it's literally gonna be like, oh, Miami can't win without Messi, even with all the signings that they've made, they can't win without Messi. Hey man, look, people can continue to say that. They're gonna hate, they're gonna say what they want to say, but at the end of the day, I still believe that we have one of the better teams, if not the best team in the MLS, like outside of Messi. So that's just my opinion. Miami King agrees with this, saying that Mascherano did a good job. Finally, it's good to see him rest. What's up, Gasar? What's up? Um, it's lame. Wait, hold on. Monkey Man is saying it's lame but needed. Now we can see Inter without Messi again. And this is going to be very interesting to see, right? Because obviously we've seen Inter Miami play without Messi in the past. We've seen it play a couple of times last year. And honestly, and it was especially during that summertime, right? It was that summertime last year when Messi went to represent Argentina in the Copa America. And we literally went pretty much almost the entire summer, or at least for the month of June and like half of July, um, without Messi, because he was resting a couple like 2 weeks before the Copa America. He was resting. He was called up and whatever. Then when he came back, I think it was like mid July, he had like another week rest, and then he came back. So it's like we saw a lot of games without Messi, and we did really really well. A lot of people were expecting that we were going to lose essentially every single game. I remember I talked about it. When I talked about it last year, I was like, oh, like, let's see, like, guys, like, I'd be happy if we had this many wins, this many losses, this many draws, like, without Messi. But, like, we held ourselves very, very well. So, honestly, and to be honest, last year we had a weaker team. Like, we had a weaker team, a team with no chemistry, a team with no experience in the MLS. And compared to now, I feel like we have a much better team on paper now. So, like, now that we have Telasco Segovia, now that we finally have Falcon into the team, Noah Allen has become a really, really good player. We have Tadeo Ashende. We have players like Redondo, who has been improving over time. We still have Boosty. We still have Jordi. We have Ustari, and then we have Ian Frey. Like, we have a lot of players available. Like, we're really, really like set. And so I'm just saying, I think it's going to be nice to see Inter Miami play without Messi again this year, and for the first time this year. And I think it's just going to show us how they can really manage their own without him again. And hopefully they can. Will Campana score? Will Campana score today? Who do they play today? Let's look at that really quickly before we continue our conversation. So, because there are a bunch of matches that are playing here. How many games are being played today? Quite a lot, actually. Today's Saturday, so that makes a lot of sense. Um, New England is playing against. Here, let me pull it up for you guys. New England is playing against Columbus. Oh, that's actually kind of crazy. These are the games that are happening today. Charlotte just played against Atlanta. Then we have RSL. They just beat Seattle. New England are playing Columbus. The Red Bulls are beating Nashville. This is a pretty good game. Orlando versus Toronto. That should be a decent game too. Philly versus Cincinnati. This should be a really good game. And then we have Chicago at 8:30 against DC. We have Montreal, Minnesota. And then these games, I don't know. NYCFC versus LAFC. That's going to be interesting. And then San Diego play against St. Louis. There's some pretty good games today. But yeah, I mean, hopefully he scores. Is he starting? Cabrera is starting with Gil right behind them. Yeah, man. Hopefully he scores, man. We want to root for former Inter Miami players here, man. On my honest opinion, let's be fair. It's always going to happen after he starts touching his problematic muscle. I mean, yeah. So you're saying that like every time that we see Messi like rub his leg or something like that, or show like the slightest bit of uncomfort, that he's just gonna hit the bench? Probably. I mean, like I said, it's not something to risk. We don't want to risk that. You want to give proper rest, not just to Messi, but to every player possible. Obviously, I don't want to say it's easier, but it's more manageable with the younger players because they're young. They can recover quicker, and et cetera, et cetera. For Messi, he's 30 something years old. He's been going through this his whole life, and he's had these problems for a while now. So it's like it's gonna come back up like almost every single time. So, but yeah, like there's nothing wrong with him getting some rest. No problem. Even close. even close game. No problem, even if we lose the game. No big deal. Playoff is the key. Messi for us is just icing on the cake. It's time with all of these young guys that we concentrate and really build a team for the future. 100%. I love that comment, Circus Fun. I really, really love that comment. Long balls to Ashinde on the right wing will be a killer. Yes, even without Messi, we will win. Probably Suarez will sub in or out. Messi itself and Mascherano should understand that he is not young and can't play every 3 days, 90 minutes is already fact. Last season, he was injured because of that. His body already can't handle such a load. No, absolutely. There's nothing. No, you're absolutely right. And obviously, playing how many games we're playing? We're playing 1, 2, 3, 4. We're playing 5 games in the span of 2 weeks. That's a lot of fucking games, guys. Like that is not normal. Like you at this, like especially at the professional level, it's not normal at any level. So I'm glad that he's getting some rest. I'm glad that we get to see it. It's very exciting to see an Inter Miami team without Messi because I really love to see how this team could be without him. We've seen how they are before. Like I always think about it. I always think about it. I always think about the future, whether it's like in 2 years from now when Messi, Jordi, and Suarez and Busi are not here anymore. And I just want to look at Inter Miami and be like, okay, who's going to be in our team? Who are our DPs going to be? Like, how are we going to play? Are people going to still come to watch? Like, that's stuff I think about all the time. So I'm like, are people still going to be fans? Or are we going to get rid of all the fake fans? Are we going to attract the same quality, like caliber type of players? To be DPs and things like that. I don't know, but we'll see. Will we still be playing good? Are we still going to be relevant in terms of like being competitive in the league, or we're just going to fall off again? We'll have to see. But let's transition from this topic to more of like, okay, Messi's not traveling. Messi needs some rest. There's going to obviously be rotation in the starting 11 and in the squad in general. What's that rotation going to look like? What do you guys think? Because I'm going to give you guys my opinion as well. But I want you guys to let me know, what do you guys believe? Like, how much are we going to rotate? Like, are we going to completely rotate the 11? Are we going to, like, how much is our tactical style going to change without Messi? Because Messi and Busi, and even Suarez, and Jordi, they're the Barca boys. They're all the creators of the team, right? And then they supply to each other. They supply to their other teammates, and but like with taking Messi out of the picture, obviously the best player in the world, probably the main factor into just goal creations. Now that he's out, who's gonna be going in? Who's gonna be playing in Messi's spot? Is it going to be, because we need another striker up there? We don't have a Bando yet, which apparently those rumors are. I don't know what's going on with those rumors, but we don't have Obando. We need another striker to play up there when we want to play the 4-4-2. Are we going to play Leo Alfonso? Are we going to play Robert Taylor? Fafa Pico is out injured. He's not going to play. Are we going to be playing Gressel, even though there's rumors for him to be traded? And who else do we have? I think that's it. Like, who else? Like, are we going to play Santi Morales in the cam position? You know, like, these are the kind of I feel like these are the questions that we should be asking. Like, who's going to be replacing Messi? Are we just going to see Tadeo Eshende and Robert Taylor on the wings? Are we just going to be seeing Benja and Tadeo? Or are we really, really going to see something new? Like, are we going to see a young kid like Leo Alfonso or Santi Morales take the pitch? I don't know. I feel like it'd be too soon for one of those guys, honestly, especially for Santi. But I mean, like, they've proved that they can play and they can compete at that level. Messi doesn't need to play any MLS regular season games. These games are worthless. I hope Messi survives the month. He has matches with Uruguay and Brazil. That's another great point that I wasn't going to bring up, honestly. But yes, like, that's a really, really good point, because he's most definitely going to be called up for the international team. Excuse me, sorry. And he's going to be called up for the international team. He's going to be playing those games later this month, and he needs to be rested for that as well. So it's like it's just a lot to consider. And I've always said it last year, and I don't think we're going to be relying on him this year. But last year, I always said we cannot rely on Lionel Messi, because I felt like there was so many moments last year where we were heavily relying on him to create goals, To get into space. Damn, I'm so sorry, guys. Like I just I burp every 2 seconds. Probably is when I talk a lot. I just like start burping. But to create goals and things like that, and those opportunities, and I feel like that. I hopefully that's not the case this year. Even though like in the 3 games that I think that we've played, or in 2 games, like he had like 4 goal contributions. Like he had 2 assists. Last time out, he scored against NYCFC. So it's like he's obviously creating a lot of goals or a lot of opportunities. So hopefully that's not the case this time. Well, I want that to be the case, but hopefully we don't rely on that to create goals and to score goals. Um Suarez is the one who takes over when Messi isn't there. Yes, but we still need but who's going to be playing in Messi's spot? We need somebody to play in that spot because you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm trying to say? If when you take Messi out, who are you putting in? Full squad rotation. We have ultra talented young players. As long as Messi is healthy during the playoffs, we will win MLS Cup. I watched Messi my whole life, and this regular injury started the season or two. At this point, he should play 45, 60 minutes every match. Not sure. Sub him off even if they don't want to. Messi has to film another no game commercial. No, bro, have you guys seen that commercial? I'm so like honestly, I should have talked about that. I should have opened up the video with that commercial playing in the background, but I genuinely thought like that was the best commercial I think I've seen Messi be in, or one of the best commercials that beats the other commercial that he was in for that I don't know, that beer or that alcohol. I don't fucking know. I don't drink, so I don't know that shit. Ultra. I think it's Ultra. Way better. Way better. I loved this commercial. It was hilarious. Barca boys will play half the game. Ashinde will be the striker. Benja will play. Oh, Monkey. Oh, okay. Monkey Man's already given us a predicted 11. Rocco. Segovia, Suarez, and Ashinde in the 4-3-3 formation. Okay. So, I mean, like, okay. So, this is what I think. When you take out somebody like Messi, there's no replacing him, right? But Messi has such a big role in this team that he obviously doesn't just play striker. Like he's not he doesn't play striker. In the last game against in against NYCFC specifically, when he tied the game with his with the assist to Segovia, he was roaming around a lot. He was dropping deep into the midfield, and he's been doing this a lot, right? He drops deep into the midfield, even sometimes playing like right next to Busi, and he makes those passes forward to Tadeo, to Segovia, to whoever's on the wing, and to whoever's playing up top. And then we have Segovia playing as like a shadow striker. The thing is that we can't play like that anymore. So the tactic itself has to change almost completely because we're not going to have that creative like false nine, just 10 creator in our team, except for Busi and Jordi, like but outside the Barca boys, right? So we have Tadeo Ashinde that is like a winger that can play striker, like him and Suarez interchange in between those positions. Then we have Telasco Segovia, who kind of plays like a shadow striker at times, especially what we've seen recently. He would play in the midfield, box to box. He would be up and down that pitch, and then when it's time to strike, he'll run forward and make those attacking runs and play as like a cam or like a striker. So he's like kind of like a shadow striker, and then um but then like I just don't see like that happening. I think that Telasco Segovia will probably keep his cam role. We're gonna stick with that 4-2-3-1. Telasco is gonna keep that cam role, and then if anything, we'll probably keep him as the striker. And then in the midfield, we'll have another like for me personally, we could probably see something like this. Either Tadeo's gonna be on the wing. Tadeo's gonna be on the wing, and then he's gonna transition into striker like he always does with Suarez, right? And then in the midfield, it's gonna be Busi, Telasco, maybe Redondo, and then we're gonna have like Benja on the left. And then the back four is the back four because I don't think there's going to be that much change into the back four except for the fact that Aviles is not available because of the red card. But like, you know what I mean? So like if Benja, let's just say Benja plays left mid, and then the two CMs are going to be Redondo and Busi, and then the right mid is gonna be Coso, ¿cómo se llama? Allende, and then the strikers are going to be Suarez and Telasco Segovia. That's what I think is going to happen. And then obviously Telasco Segovia is going to drop back and create kind of like a 3 midfield or essentially 5 midfield formation with the 4 defenders. And then even Busi will probably drop back to center back in a defensive shape. That's my opinion. That's my personal opinion. What could happen, what should happen, because if Boosie drops, plays as an anchor, I think it'll give us a lot of defensive support, or at least it'll give us it'll give us more defensive support, but not essentially playing in the back line, but just like midfield / defense structure support. Because I think the midfield is going to be very important for this next game, right? I know I'm yapping a lot, but just hear me out. I know I'm yapping a lot, but I promise I won't. I'll be finished soon. Houston in their last game, they play like a 4-4-2. They essentially play similar to us. They play a 4-4-2 defensive shape in their last game. They lost, by the way, against Dallas. But regardless, they play that 4-4-2 shape. Attacking, they do like they do like that European modern style kind of game. They play with the attacking wing backs, and they get all the wingers up and whatever, and they play with the 3 center backs. So what it's going to be easy to hit them on the counter, and easy, right? It's going to be easy for them for us to play on the counter, and we have quick players like Benja, like Delasco, like Tadeo. We're going to be hitting those counters really, really well. And then back, it's going to be Redondo and Busi. It could be Bright and Busi. It can be, I don't know, it could be something along those lines, because I think with a game like this, we need a little bit more defense. It's just a little bit more defense, because we're going to want Telasco, Benja, or Robert Taylor, whoever's going to play on the left, Tadeo. We're going to want those guys to go up. So it's literally going to be Suarez. Suarez is going to play up there with Telasco, and then Jordi Alba is going to push up, and then Benja is going to probably get more central and play as like a cam. And then we're going to have freaking Tadeo cutting in on the right, playing as like another striker. And then maybe Ian Frey or whoever is going to be playing on that right back spot is probably moved to the mid. So we're going to be pretty overloading. And so it's important to have like kind of a defensive player, maybe like Bright, over maybe Redondo. You know what I'm saying? And then it would be Bright and Busi in the midfield. That's what I think. That's what I think personally. I'm going to see what you guys say in the comments right now. Sorry that, I just kind of went on a little yap session there. Miami King says Benja will play. So bad that Fafa's hurt now. We would have been perfect time to have him in. Yeah, this would have been a good time to have Fafa in, especially because this is against his former team. He knows Houston. He knows how they play in some sort of way. Benja may take Messi's place, or Segovia Morales. When is the next game vlog? It's not gonna be for another couple weeks. I'm not gonna be there for the next home game. So probably the home game. When is the next home game is on the 9th. So honestly, the next vlog is not going to be probably until the end of the month. Because what is it? When do we have it? The 29th? Yeah. So the 29th against Philly. That's going to be the next home game, because obviously the 2nd is away. Then the 9th is at home, but my parents are going to go to that one. I'm giving my tickets to my parents for that one. Then the 13th is over there. I'm not going to go to the CONCACAF Champions Cup game. And then the 16th is away at Atlanta. And then the next home game we have is the 29th. It's a Saturday against Philly. That's going to be a really good game. So I'm going to go to that one. That's going to be the next vlog. So stay tuned for that one. I don't know what they do. Messi was creative machine. That's what I'm saying. And man, that's scoring regular. I assume Segovia will be a playmaker against Suarez, and Afonso, and Taylor up top. If Messi rests, probably Santi Morales and Afonso could probably work. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, that's what I'm thinking, but I don't know if they're too young, and maybe I know that Mascherano likes the younger guys and is good at coaching the younger guys, but I don't know if they're ready yet, and I don't know if he thinks that they're ready to play. You know what I'm trying to say? And if they're reliable enough to create those chances, I trust them. I personally trust them. Like, I think they've proved. Like, I thought they showed us good signs in the preseason, and I think they deserve a chance. I don't know if they'll start. Maybe they'll come off the bench at some point. But to start the game and to play the majority of the game, I have no idea. And then he says, with Bright helping Busi, that's what I think. And then Ashinde Segovia, yeah, perfect. I hope Messi is safe from any injuries at the end of this month. He has to play again. Oh, I think did I already say that? I think I already said that. Santi should get a start. He showed us amazing, amazing things in the preseason. I thought he looked really, really, really good for a kid of his age. At this level, I think it's showing us really, really good signs, and I think he deserves just some game time. At least I don't know about a start, but I think some game time, maybe off the bench, I think was really, really, really good. Not Bright will, not sure if Bright will play or not. He joined the team training today. Yeah, not yeah, he was in training today. Everybody essentially was in training today except for obviously the main guys, right? Like Fafa and Chelo and whatever. Um Aviles apparently was training on his own, but I'm assuming that's because, or me and the Messi and Co. like actually mentioned it, and I thought it was a good point. Like Aviles was seen training separately, and everybody's assuming that it was an injury, like he's injured, but actually, for Messi and Co. said that it's probably because he's going to be suspended for the next 3 games, like 3 MLS matches. So it's like they're just going to put him aside and then like have the actual players that are going to be playing with each other for the next 3 MLS games like train together. So maybe that's what they're trying to do. He's most likely going to be playing, which honestly it works out because then he'll be able to play in those CONCACAF Champions Cups games. Then he'll rest. They'll rotate the center backs, and then he'll play, rest for that MLS game, and then he'll come back for the CONCACAF Champions Cup game. So it honestly makes sense. Houston always gets saved from Messi, bro. He never he never plays against them. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I mean, in the Open Cup final, I don't think Messi played in that final, right? Because that was essentially the last time that we played. We played Houston. The last time that we played Houston, we've played Houston very few times in our head to head. I looked it up. Excuse me. I looked it up, and we only played Houston 3 times in our history. Back in 2020, we beat them 1-0, surprisingly. Who scored the goal on that? That was Morgan. Remember fucking Lewis Morgan? God damn, dude. He was one of our better players at the time. We played them in the second game of this, or no, that was our first game of the season. Wait, no. How? How's that our first game of the season? Oh, because it was COVID time. So I think that was probably during like the whole tournament thing or whatever. That was a penalty. We won that game. Then the second time we played them was in April of 2022, where we lost that game 3-1. That's when we had Robbie Robinson, Higuain, Lassie's third, Gregory, Mota, Chris McVeigh. Noah Allen played left back at that time, which is really good. Yedlin, Damian Lowe. That's kind of crazy. We still had Emerson Rodriguez. So, and then the last time that we played them was in that U.S. Open Cup game. Well, not last year, but 2 years ago in 2023, where we lost 1-0, and that could have been our second ever trophy in our history, but unfortunately we couldn't win it. But we had a pretty shit team. Like, no disrespect, but compared to now, like this was here. Let me show you guys this. This was the team that we had back in 2023. No Messi, no Busi, no nothing. Here, look. Let me show you. Share the screen and boom. This was the team. Campana, Stefanelli. Remember Stefanelli? Pizarro, Coco Jean, Mota, Arroyo, Negri, Miller, Kamal Miller, Kritsov, Yedlin, and then Calendar, obviously. Neville, we had Joseph Martinez, who was ass for us. We had Robert Taylor. We had Neville coming off the fucking bench. We had Borgelin. Yeah, like this was just not like, dude. We've cut like it's only been 2 years. Like it's been a year and a half almost, or almost 2 years since we've had like this team. It's insane. Like our team is so much better now. It's just insane. Like on paper, it's just so much better. It's crazy. It's honestly very, very crazy. Was this back in? Oh wait, no, this wasn't the fucking final. Was this the? Am I crazy? This isn't the final. Am I dumb? I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. No, this is April. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Don't listen to me. Whatever. Regardless, that's it. Our team was insanely ass like back then, compared to now. But so anyway, we have enough depth. A couple of minutes around us. Well, Toto missed the next 3 MLS games. I've heard the next 3 MLS games. That's what, because it was a straight red. It wasn't like a double yellow. It wasn't a double yellow and red, so it's not going to be one game. So a straight red is minimum 2 games. I think it just depends on the severity of the red. So, but I think I've heard that it was 3 games that he's going to be missing. Miami seriously should buy a striker or technical winger because without Messi, team looks dimly. Plus, Pugga is a free agent and living and training in Miami. Nobody wants him. Miami's not losing anyway. So Miami not losing anyway. So we technically signed Obando. I don't know. People are saying it's confirmed. People are saying he's coming. My eye's really itchy. I don't know. They don't know. I don't know. I'm not a journalist. I don't have the inside scoop on that kind of thing. But it would be nice to have Obando as another backup because, it's always just nice to have that depth. But if Obando were to come, he'll be on loan for the rest of the season. And just another backup striker would be good because, God forbid, Luis Suarez goes down, then who do we have? And if we don't have Fafa Pico, we'll have Tadeo and we'll have Leo Afonso. But I feel like maybe Robert Taylor if you really want to play him up there. But it's like we really don't have like a number 9. Taylor's not a number 9. I wouldn't call Fafa Pico a number 9. So yeah, like we definitely would need a 9. Let's see. We lost 2-1 in the final, and it was better. It was a better looking squad. I was gonna say, I'm like, that wasn't the final. I'm like, this wasn't the. I'm like, that wasn't the. Oh, here it is. I found it. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Yes, this is the final. This is the final game. 2-1. I clicked on the wrong game. So yeah, I'm like 2-1. Yeah, this was the team that we played. Okay, this makes more sense. This makes a lot more sense now. We had Taylor, Campana, Farias, Gomez, Busi, Cremashi, Allen, Miller, Kritsov, and Yellen. That makes a lot more sense. I'm like, dude, this is back in April. Like that was in April. But even then, from April of 2023 to what? To June? When was this game? To I don't even know when this game was. Whatever this game was, it's probably during the summertime at some point. That's huge improvement with Busi, with Gomez. We didn't even have Jordi Alba. Yeah, that's insane stuff. But yeah, how time flies, man. How time flies. Yellen sold. Obando is confirmed. Well, yeah, I know, but like he's been confirmed, but the club hasn't announced anything. So until the club announces something, then it's not confirmed. As reliable as these sources may be, it's not official until it comes out of the mouth of Inter Miami. So, anyways, but what was I saying? What were we talking about? Yeah, so I'm expecting not heavy rotation. I'm expecting a rotation, obviously, but I'm expecting heavy rotation throughout this next 2 weeks, starting tomorrow. I think, like I said, I think Velasco is going to be playing that shadow striker kind of role. Tadeo is going to be playing on the wing, being as like an inside forward, and then Cremashi, and then maybe Busi and Bright, or Redondo and Bright, whatever the case may be. But that's what I think. Honestly, yeah. Houston, I think they're like a decent team on paper. Oh, also, this is hold on. I'm going to show you guys this. This is a statement that Houston Dynamo made about 30 minutes ago on their Twitter, and I don't know, they probably posted it on other social media platforms, but I wanted to pull this up for you guys. So here it is. It says the Houston Dynamo are excited to announce Inter Miami to host Inter Miami CF at Shell Energy Stadium on Sunday evening. The recently shared player status report for the match did not include forward Lionel Messi, but it has been reported he did not make the trip to Houston. Unfortunately, we have no control over who plays for our opponent. We look forward to hosting everyone tomorrow for what will be an incredible atmosphere and a celebration of soccer for the city of Houston. To show our appreciation, fans who attend tomorrow's night match can claim a complimentary ticket to a future Dynamo match this season. Additional details will be provided early next week. So they're already giving out complimentary tickets because Lionel Messi will not be playing tomorrow. They're already on top of it. They already know that the ticket sales are low, that the prices are too high. I actually saw a little bit. I feel bad for not watching the entire preview from the Batter Herons yesterday, but I was watching a little bit of it, and I was there for the part when they talked about the ticket sales, and like they said that the ticket sales were low and that the prices are stupid high. I think like the prices are like $200. And it's ridiculous. Like it's genuinely ridiculous. Here, Inter Miami versus Houston Dynamo 2025 tickets. Let's see. Let's see for ourselves. If we go to Ticketmaster, because that's the official one, we'll go to March 2nd. Well, let's just go to SeatGeek. Let's see. SeatGeek. What is SeatGeek saying? 2 seat. Let's look for 2 tickets here. Let's share this. 2 tickets. Inter Miami versus Houston Dynamo. Show me something. Okay, I guess not. Show me. Come on, give me something. Here we go. Accept. Oh, $118 is the cheapest ticket that you can buy for Houston Dynamo versus Inter Miami CF, and that's sitting where? Right over here somewhere? No, where is that? I don't know. Somewhere over here. Somewhere over there. That's not good. I am not spending $120. 340. Like, look, these tickets go to $400. Like, that's ridiculous. 120, 170, 300. Yeah, this is 700 right here. It's yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, like they've sold, I think, a decent amount. So it's obviously not gonna be sold out, but they sold a decent amount. But hey, man. Pretty much worthless is right. What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about like the MLS regular season? Yeah, no, okay, whatever. But yeah, regardless, Houston Dynamo are already giving out complimentary tickets for future games because Messi's not going to be there tomorrow, and they know that they're not going to have good attendance. So, I mean, fair play, man, because Inter Miami could never do this shit. Like they could never. I'm still upset at the fact that they took away my fucking free 2 complimentary CONCACAF Champions Cup tickets against Sporting Kansas City. I'm still pissed about that, to be honest. But regardless, I mean, shout out to the Houston Dynamo for giving away giving out a free ticket for everybody for future games if they go to tomorrow's game. I mean, but at the end of the day, never buy a ticket to see one player. Never go to an event just to see one person because there will never be a guarantee that that person will participate in that event. Whether that's a basketball game, whether that's a football game, a baseball game, there is no guarantee that that player will be available. So never buy tickets just to see Messi. Everyone does it, and it's the biggest mistake that you can ever do because if Messi's out, if Messi's injured, and you just spent $1,000 on tickets, you're the one that looks like an idiot. So just think before you buy tickets, before you spend thousands of dollars on tickets. But anyways, so yeah, just wanted to show that statement. And but what's it called? But yeah, but that's essentially it. That's essentially all I have, honestly, for the preview. I'll give my my predicted 11 just one last time. I honestly didn't even talk about our defense, so I'll start with that. So obviously, I think Gustavo is going to be in net. If you guys want to leave your predictions for the starting 11s, leave them down in the comments below. Go ahead and do so now as I'm talking about mine. Also, real quick, if you guys want to watch the game, if you guys want to watch Houston Dynamo versus Inter Miami, if you don't have Apple TV, the game. We'll have like a watch party in the Discord. Join in the link in the description. It'll be completely for free. Just join the Discord, share it with your friends. We'll all watch it together, and then we're gonna react to it after the game. But yes, starting predictions, starting lineup predictions. Ustari is going to be in net. I think that Jordi Alba is going to take back that left back spot. I think that I was going to say, honestly, I don't know how much we're going to rotate this defense. I think Maxi Falcone is going to start, and I think Ian Frey is going to start, and I think like Lujan might play over Noah Allen. Because I don't know if Noah Allen is going to be playing every single game, and I don't know how much rest Jordi Alba is going to be getting. Like, are you going to? I don't know, like, if they want to prioritize Noah Allen for excuse me, I don't know if they want to prioritize Jordi Alba for the CONCACAF Champions Cup game, even though like it's against Cavalier in Jamaica, which no disrespect to them, but it's a game that we should be winning. I don't know if they're going to be prioritizing them for that, or I don't know. If that's the case, honestly. Nah, I think Jordi Alba is going to play. I think Jordi Alba is going to play. I think Noah Allen's going to play. I think Maxi Falcone is going to play. I think Lujan's going to play. And I think Ian Frey is going to play. I think that's going to be the back four. The midfield, I would assume if it's not, it's going to be either Robert Taylor or Cremachi on the left. I'm going to go with Cremachi. I'm going to go with Cremachi. I'm going to go with Cremachi on the left. I'm going to go with Redondo and Busi in the midfield as the two center mids. I'm going to go with Tadeo Shinde on the right, or Telasco Segovia on the right, whatever the case may be. And then the strikers would be Suarez and Tadeo, or Suarez and Telasco. Because I think Telasco is going to be playing a cam, shadow striker type of role. Suarez is probably going to be moving out or in and out of that central position. And then Tadeo is going to be playing as a striker as well. So we'll just have to see. And then whoever's going to be playing on that right back spot, whether that's Lujan, whether that's Ian Frey, it's obviously not going to be Cheddar because he's injured. But whoever's going to be playing in that right back spot is going to need to provide a lot of attacking support. Well, that's Gressel too. It could be Gressel. We don't know. It could be Gressel. I honestly would prefer Gressel, to be honest. And then if it's Gressel, if Gressel starts in the right wing position or the right mid position, then we can see Tadeo and Suarez play up top, and then see Telasco, Redondo, Busi in the midfield, and then obviously Gressel on the right. That's also a really huge possibility to see too. The only reason why I didn't mention Gressel was because of all the rumors of him being traded, and it's most likely going to happen, but I just don't know when that's going to happen. It probably won't happen until like the summertime or something. But anyway, so that's what I think. So Monkey Man is saying Ustari is going to be in goal. Defense is Jordi Alba, Falcon, Lujan, and Frame. That's what I said. Segovia, Busi, Redondo, and then Gressel. Oh, okay, nice. Damn, we essentially agree on that. Nice. That's funny. Yeah, so I personally think that that's what's going to happen. And in terms of result-wise, first game without Messi this season. It's going to be the first of many away from home, our first away game of the 2025 season. Personally, I mean, I always think that we're going to win the game. We should, in theory, be stronger than Houston Dynamo. I know they have players like, Basi. They have players like Ponce, El Argentino, Ezequiel Ponce. They have McGlynn in the midfield. I know they're missing a couple of guys through injury. They have an aging Nicolás Lodeiro, El Uruguayo. They have Franco Escobar, un Argentino who's a defender. And then honestly, after that, I don't really know the rest. But here, actually, let me pull this up for you guys. I could pull up the starting 11 that happened last time, or that they played against last time out against Dallas here. So this was Houston starting 11 against Dallas, and they played Ponce and Basi. Right, Basi scored. McGlynn is here. Aliyu, Arthur. This guy might be good. Dorsey, Awedesu. I have no idea who these guys are. Tarbell. And then on the bench, they had Lodeiro. They have Escobar coming off the bench. Lodeiro's he's like 35. That makes sense. They have this guy, Gabriel Segal, Eric Dueñas. Yeah, I don't know. So, these guys, I have no idea. But So I mean, at the end of the day, we should be beating these guys. So honestly, I'm a say that we're gonna win. I don't know if we're gonna keep a clean sheet. I think that I think that when we play away from home, a clean sheet is very difficult. I would say I think we're gonna concede 1 goal. I don't want to guess a draw. I was gonna be like a 1-1 tie, but I don't want to guess that. I'm gonna say that we're gonna win 2-1. Is that a bad guess? I don't know. Hope not. Hopefully that's not a bad guess. And so I mean, I think we're gonna win 2-1. I'm always gonna predict a win, like essentially. There's like very, very few times, especially last year. There were like almost no times where I predicted either a loss or a tie. But um I think we're gonna win 2-1. I don't know what you got. Monkey Man says 2-0. In the Discord, do you guys get to talk over the game or just watch the game and then talk about it later? I mute, so everybody that joins that voice chat is muted automatically. They're not allowed to unmute themselves. I don't do that. I mean, like, if anything, like, people will type in the chat like what a golazo, or what a bad pass, whatever. I just don't want people to kind of like overlap in terms of talking. So no, like, while the game's going on, everyone's gonna be muted. So they don't just like talk over each other. It's just gonna be like a big mess. Um, but then afterwards we will go live. I think tomorrow what I have planned tomorrow is I think we're gonna do a post game reaction with the Messi and on the Messi and Co channel on the 5 Reasons Football channel. And so I'm gonna go live with them for a reaction, and then I'm gonna come here after that so we can have a reaction on this channel as well. So hopefully it won't be too late. If not, like, I would prefer not to postpone the reaction to Monday or to the review to Monday. But I mean, if we have to do that, then we have to do that. So so after the game tomorrow, I'm gonna go live with 5 Reasons Football for a post game reaction, and then hopefully, if we still have time, if it's not too late because it is Sunday, then we're gonna go live on this channel for the post game reaction after the game. If it is too late, then we're gonna do it on Monday, like around 5-6 p.m., like essentially after work, and then we'll react to it. We'll talk about it, and then we'll just plan ahead and talk about any other news that's happened. You know, if there are any other news that's happened. But yeah, join the Discord. So if you guys want to watch the game, if you don't have Apple TV, highly recommend it. Watch party. It's a lot of fun. Everybody joins, or like we always get a couple of people that join. So yeah, thank you guys again so much though for participating, for watching, for tuning in to this preview for Inter Miami versus Houston Dynamo. The second game in the MLS regular season is almost upon us. Our first regular or our first away match this season. Very, very excited. I'm really hoping for a win. No Messi, heavy rotation. 5 games in the next 2 weeks is going to be absolutely insane. So make sure to stay tuned because we're going to be putting content out before each game, after each game, and etc. So yeah, hopefully we can get this win. But thank you guys again for watching. Make sure to subscribe, and share with your friends. And I'll see you guys in the post-game reaction. Bye, Miami. Let's do it, boys.
¿Qué mira, bobo? Anda para allá, bobo.